What is up? Welcome to Every Single Guitars, where the goal of this channel is to review every single guitar ever made. Today I have a 2016 Martin OM-21 Ambertone. If you guys haven't watched my Taylor 414 CE guitar review, in that video I mentioned how I bought that Taylor and I also bought two other Martin guitars off the same dude, and this was the Martin that I also bought along with the Taylor 414 CE. Since that guy that I bought it from was selling a bulk of his guitars all at once, I managed to negotiate a pretty good deal to get all the guitars from him. So like I said, I'm a big John Mayer fan. His main guitar is his signature guitar, the signature Martin, the OMJM. He also has another Martin, the one that was specifically designed for him. Probably post a photo of it, but it's the one with the diamond or like this triangle thing with the two dots on the 12th or 14th fret, I think. But still, the body shape is an OM body shape. He plays a smaller body style, and because of that, I was always interested and fixated on guitars with this body shape. This is the type of acoustic guitar body shape that I prefer and that I like. A Dreadnought sounds good in my opinion, depending on what you play, but just from an aesthetics point of view, to me a Dreadnought is just too bulky, it's too boxy for me. Even though the Dreadnought has a distinct sound, overall it's just a louder guitar. But still, the Dreadnought is just, I don't like how it's just too boxy for me personally. You know, everyone has a different playing style, so it all depends on the individual. But for me, I prefer a guitar of this body style. So right off the bat, this is in very good condition, and I'd say it's because it's a 2016. It's like what, 4 years old now. It's a very new guitar, and it's a very light guitar. You know, I feel like probably it's because of the OM body style. It has a smaller, you know, width here than a jumbo. Still, regardless, this is a very light guitar. For sure, the neck is heavier than the body. So other than the Ambertone, I don't even know what that means, but the Ambertone colorway for the body, everything else is pretty much a traditional Martin OM-21. The tuners, they have like this vintage Martin style tuners. When it comes to acoustic guitar tuners, I actually really like the smaller, the tuners with this exact shape. Some Grovers have like this clover ovalish looking style tuner shape, and you know, even though a tuner is a tuner, if I had the option to choose a design, this is the design that I prefer for any acoustic, the smaller ones. It has the classic and traditional Martin & Co. EST 1833 headstock design and the brand design. The neck profile on this, I'd say, is on the slimmer side, on the thinner side. But the difference between this guitar and other guitars that I've played is that when I first played it, I realized that the string width is a little bit more far apart. You know, like I said, I don't really care too much about the little things like, you know, the nut width or like the action height or whatever, but I could tell that this nut, the strings are a little bit more further spaced out. So when you play it, you gotta kind of stretch your hands out, your fingers out a little bit more. But that is such a minor detail. It didn't really, I honestly didn't even notice it until probably like 30 minutes in. I was like trying to focus on the chords and I was like, wait a minute, it's just a little bit harder, or not harder, but I have to put a little bit more effort to, you know, fret the chords properly. But like I said, very minor detail. So let me show you how this guitar sounds, because this guitar sounds pretty damn good. So right off the bat, it's a very bright sounding guitar, which is pretty interesting because I always associated bright with maple guitars, maple wood guitars. I don't know what wood this is, probably Indian rosewood back and sides from what I can tell. Maybe I'm wrong, I'll probably have to double check, but still, it's very bright. When I pick it or when I strum it, even very slightly and soft, it's still pretty loud. It's still pretty bright and sharp sounding. Sharp, not in a bad way. Very loud guitar. For the body size, I mean, this is a really small body size compared to other guitars, size guitars like a Dreadnought or a Jumbo. OM is pretty thin on the side, but still, it's a very loud sounding guitar. think because of the little bit wider spacing of the guitar strings, when I finger pick, it's actually much more comfortable to play. Even though it's, like I said, you have to try a little bit harder by extending your fingers a bit more because of the nut width. On my right hand, the strumming and the picking hand, it's just much more easier because there's just a lot more space. Overall, excellent guitar. Very impressed by this OM-21 Ambertone. To be honest, I'm not sure if the color of the finish has an effect on the tone. I honestly don't know, because for me, when I buy acoustics, I prefer the natural, just the natural wood body style or the body finish of how the wood looks. Normally when acoustic guitars have paint like this, it's not common. You know, that's more of like an electric guitar thing. You know, obviously some brands do have different body colors, mainly like Ovations. They don't really do natural from what I've seen. Certain Takaminis, you know, there's like a all black, and I don't know if that, you know, makes a difference on the tone, but regardless, this is a very good guitar. Very, very good guitar. Now I kind of want to play the OM-28, because if this guitar is this good, then I'm assuming the OM-28 must be very, very good then. But hopefully I could find one on the market for a good deal so I can review that one as well. Overall guitar rating, I give this an 8.5. from the tone. The build, like I said, it's just like a normal acoustic OM style build quality that Martin releases, but there's a little bit more workmanship and craftsmanship involved. Just by the finish. The binding is in good condition and good quality. The fretboard is very good quality, as well as the neck. But it should be, you know, this is what I think like almost $3,000 brand new. If you're paying anything over 2 grand, bro, I expect this guitar to be fucking good. No flaws, or very little flaws. And that is the case for this Martin OM-21. Overall, I enjoy playing with this guitar.